Ya
looking stadium to
ampun.
say the least. And I
Wow,
think the
kok
first
bisa
part of the tour
macam
would have been
ini?
really good if you were a young footballer or if you're
Aku nggak ada puas-puasnya untuk menyampaikan ini kepada kalian semua guys ya. Bahwa apa yang aku lihat di sini, dari video ini, kita dapat melihat bahwa Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat datang, selamat berkunjung kembali ke Indra SFN Channel. Halo guys, apa kabar Anda semua di sana? Tentunya hari ini aku selalu mendoakan semoga kita semua dalam keadaan baik-baik saja, dalam keadaan sehat selalu. Yang sakit agar lekas disembuhkan, dan yang sehat agar supaya dapat menjaga kesehatannya dalam beraktivitas dan berolahraga setiap saat secara teratur. Amin. Guys, kali ini ada video terbaru lainnya yang akan kita bahas, yang menurut aku pribadi ini adalah salah satu video yang cukup menarik dan juga cukup istimewa. Nah, video apa itu guys? Nah, telah bersama kita ketahui bahwa sepak bola atau bola sepak ya, kalau di Malaysia menyebutkan bola sepak, di ASEAN ini Malaysia menjadi salah satu yang level teratas ya guys ya, dari timnasnya dan juga dari klub-klubnya. Apalagi guys, mungkin pasti kalian tahu ya guys ya, tentang salah satu klub yang paling ternama dan juga terkenal se-Asia guys, se-Asia, yaitu adalah Johor Darul Takzim. Nah, aku yakin pasti Anda semua tahu tentang Johor Darul Takzim ya guys ya, yang memang betul-betul dari 2013 menjelma ya guys ya, hingga saat ini menjadi tim teratas di Liga Malaysia guys. Nah, kenapa itu terjadi? Karena dari semua aspek diperbaiki, dibenahi, dari pembinaan usia dini, itu levelnya sudah mencapai Eropa ya guys ya, dalam pembinaan usia dininya, termasuk itu stadionnya dan juga para pemain-pemain di klub itu. Intinya semuanya sudah berstandar Eropa ya guys ya. Nah, di sini rupanya ada salah satu Mat Saleh yang juga mendengarkan kabar itu, bahwa GDT ini segala sesuatunya sudah level Eropa. Dia sudah mendengar kabar itu, namun ingin membuktikan sendiri karena penasarannya ia dengan GDT ini guys. Apakah benar level GDT ini sudah Eropa dari tahap keseluruhannya guys ya, dari pembinaannya, dari stadionnya, dari kualitas rumput stadionnya, dari gymnya, dan semuanya sudah level Eropa. Dan dia penasaran guys, Mat Saleh ini sungguh sangat penasaran bagaimana itu bisa terjadi ya. Dan ketika dia mengunjungi stadion GDT, apa yang terjadi guys? Sesuatu hal yang sangat mengejutkan, yang betul-betul dia tidak mengira ini sebelumnya. Nah, di sini kita akan melihat sebenarnya apa yang ia temukan sewaktu ia masuk ke dalam stadion GDT ini. Oke, sebelum kita ke videonya, alangkah baiknya bagi Anda yang belum support, silakan kalian subscribe terlebih dahulu dan aktifkan notifikasi bell, karena ada banyak sekali orang yang menonton tapi tidak ada yang subscribe. Silakan kalian subscribe dulu guys ya, dukung channel ini. Oke, tanpa banyak berbasa-basi, apakah yang ia jumpai saat ia masuk ke stadion GDT tersebut? Ini videonya.
All right, just driving up and getting dropped off for our full tour of JDT Stadium, which my understanding is it's owned by the royal family here in Johor. So maybe not surprising that to me, when I look at it, the first thing I see is it looks like a big crown, doesn't it?
Right.
It's shaped like a king's crown. So let's go tour what looks like a very royal stadium. Let's go.
Dari bentukan luarnya udah memang betul-betul Eropa kelas ya
Alright,
guys.
first things first, walking through the main entrance where the players enter, and my understanding is this team is like the Real Madrid of Malaysia. So I feel like a superstar walking through this entrance. So the players' lounge is incredibly beautiful, and of course, before the match, the players sit over here and play PlayStation. Naturally, they're playing FIFA on the big screen. It's a nice place to play, I think.
Wah, ini ruangannya udah kayak hotel bintang 5 ya guys ya. Wow.
Alright, so we've been through the players' workout room for the pregame, and we are now right into the players' change room, which by the way has some really nice seats. Almost look like a seat of a sports car, although we've been instructed not to sit on them. Very tempting, but we won't do it. Whoa, check it out guys.
Wow, cantik guys. Sebentar kita pause dulu sini guys ya. Kita pause. Nah, di sini aku melihat ya, aku terbayang akan stadion yang ada di Eropa guys, yaitu Chelsea, salah satu tim kebanggaan aku guys. Dan aku melihat biru-biru seperti ini guys, aku melihat seperti di stadion Chelsea guys ya. Wow, luar biasa, memang bentukannya udah rada-rada Eropa ini guys ya. Dan coba kita lihat lagi apa yang ia temukan dan kemana saja ya dia akan pergi guys. Oke.
And here, and this screen is actually touch screen, so he can like swipe his hand on the wall and it will slide to the next play, or touch one of the players and it will highlight. It's really some high technology touch screen projector, something special. Sauna,
Wah,
naturally,
berteknologi tinggi
and,
katanya.
hot tub. Nice.
Home, right? So we thought.
I'm gonna jump in quick.
Oh, ini apa nih?
For jacuzzi.
Bathtub apa itu guys?
Come on, Saiful.
Oh.
All right, here we
ini
go.
dia, guys.
Making the same walk that players would come up through the hallway behind us onto the field. Nice looking stadium, to say the least. And I think the
Wow,
first
kok
part of the
bisa
tour
macam
would have been
ini?
really good if you were a young footballer, or if your children were young footballers, because we sort of went through the average experience of what the players do before the game. It was really exciting to imagine being an athlete.
Take pictures.
Nice, right? So they got fake grass here, blue, which is Johor colors. They said make sure do not walk on the logo here. This is sacred ground over here. And they also said don't go on the grass, which you'll notice they're aerating. I guess they're taking care of the grass right now.
Oh
You
yeah.
can see they've got some aerating
sedang-
holes and watering it over
Sedang
here.
perbaikan ya
Nice
guys.
stadium. Man, there was a time in my life when I was like 15 where I was a good athlete. Not that good, but man, to be a professional athlete would feel so cool. Come out the tunnel and the crowd goes, Saiful, 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 you know? So nice. Wow, check this out, everybody. So they've got a sample piece of grass right here
Gila,
where the players would
guys,
come up
yeah.
the tunnel, and the first thing they would do is rub their feet on this sample grass, because you don't want any foreign pollen or foreign seeds from the players' boots to get onto this field and maybe start growing some different type of grass. Evidently, the
Sebentar,
grass here
guys,
is
ya.
bred.
Kita pause dulu. Memang aku nggak ada puas-puasnya untuk menyampaikan ini kepada kalian semua guys ya. Bahwa apa yang aku lihat di sini, dari video ini kita dapat melihat bahwa stadion ini seperti bentukan yang ada di Eropa guys. Namun bukan hanya stadion di Eropa kelas bawah guys. Kita lihat ini seperti stadion yang mana digunakan oleh Liga Spanyol dan juga Liga Inggris ya guys ya. Stadion kelas atasnya guys, ya ampun. Macam Old Trafford ya guys ya, dan Stamford Bridge ya, macam-macam itulah guys ya. Itu kelas satunya guys, dan sama dengan kualitas stadion ini guys. Dilihat aja, wow, ini dari penyiraman rumputnya guys ya. Aduh, udah memang teknologi sudah sangat tinggi di sana guys, teknologi ya. Baik, kita play lagi.
For football in this climate, and they don't want any accidental dandelions growing, for instance. So truly a world-class
kelas dunia
stadium,
dia
a
cakap,
world-class
guys, ya.
operation behind me that holds 35,000 people.
Mr. Ahmad Saiful, how did you feel being on the field today?
Konferensi
Being a
pers.
world-class athlete like myself takes a lot of work and takes a lot of support team. So I did score 3 goals and I put the team on my back and I single-handedly won the game. But I give all the credit to my support, my wife. She really was the star of the game.
Media room.
All right, so we've come to
tadi
the
ruang media ya,
end
guys,
of the
ya.
tour. There are many impressive parts along the way. There was actually a medical
ruang
room in there
medis, ya.
that is more like a mini hospital, which was something special. And I really want to give a huge shout out to
Ruang
the
medisnya,
lady running the
guys.
tour. I've forgotten her name, unfortunately, but she was very informative, very engaging, and kept everybody laughing with some good, informative humor. There's even a few jokes built into the stadium. So in the visitors' warm-up room, there's a custom message written on the wall, bit of cheeky humor from JDT, letting them know they're probably not going to win, because my understanding is this team is the perennial champion, and they've got the funding, and they've got the stadium, and they've got the roster to consistently win here in Malaysia. So we sort of thought there was going to be a Hummer stretched limousine as part of the tour. Evidently, we didn't take that tour, and it's not available today, but I would still say the tour is highly recommended for anyone who loves football, as well as anyone who loves big, grand buildings and walking through unique things, and just a memorable experience. For 60 ringgit, Yvonne and I both had a good experience. We did miss out on the Hummer, but one of the things we've heard is the food at the stadium is incredible. So maybe we can go up there and see if the food is available,
Yes.
even though there's no game today. Let's go check if we can eat some stadium food.
Let's go.
First time in my life I've been excited to eat stadium food. Generally bad, but evidently it's good. So let's check it out. Oh man, massive bummer. This burger place, people recommended to us to go here. They said the food is so good here, you can go to the stadium just to eat, which is literally the opposite of other stadiums we've been to, where people tell us go to the stadium but do not eat the food at the stadium. So we were quite excited to try these wood fire burgers. Unfortunately closed for about 2 hours. Now in conclusion, I will say this. In Toronto, in the next World Cup, we are hosting some of the games because it is hosted by Canada, United States, and Mexico. And to be clear, our stadium in Toronto is not anything like this. So this really is a world-class stadium that is actually ready for World Cup matches. And it was a really, really great tour. I would recommend it. We missed the Hummer, we missed the burgers. Are we just gonna eat KFC right now, Ivana? KFC?
What do you think?
Ay, caramba. I was so excited for that burger. Darn. Anyway, guys, the tour was great.
This is not what the players are eating though. They got their own nutritionist
True.
all the way from Argentina, and she set up the menu based on your position in the field. So if you're a goalie, your food will be different than if you are a striker, you know, which is kind of like
True.
it was mentioned on the tour, and I was like impressed by that. You know what I mean? Every single detail is so thought of, you know,
Yeah, true
for the
fact.
team.
True fact.
That's why they won 10 times champion in Malaysia, I think.
All right, there you have it, everybody. No Hummer, no burgers. Still a good day. Later. This tour, I will say the tour guide was very, very good.
Thank you, sir.
On a small tour, the quality of the guide is the quality of the tour. Very informative, very interesting, and it was nice to have sort of the player's experience.
Hiburan guys, hiburan.
To see the field and then post game. Great tour. Would recommend.
Thank you, sir.
Dan itu tadi bagaimana Mat Saleh ini guys ketika masuk ke stadion yang paling termewah se-ASEAN guys ya. Bahkan di Asia ini termasuk salah satu stadion yang paling diunggulkan, yang paling megah sekali guys ya. Dan bukan hanya raport dari stadion ini guys, namun timnya yaitu Johor Darul Takzim juga sangat mendominasi di Liga Malaysia guys. Bahkan di Asia ini guys ya, di AFC dia juga berhasil menyabet atau mengalahkan tim-tim lawan nih guys ya. Yang kemarin baru saja dia mengalahkan tim asal dari Thailand nih guys ya. Dan penampilannya itu bukan instan ya guys ya, bukan hebat secara langsung, namun melewati tahap demi tahap atau proses yang telah dilakukan bertahun-tahun sehingga menjadi pusat perhatian saat ini guys ya, karena telah membawa tim ini beberapa kali juara Liga Malaysia guys, dan luar biasa sekali guys ya. Dan kalau aku memandang di sana ada juga salah satu pemain timnas Indonesia yaitu Jordi Amat yang memang dari Eropa sengaja langsung dipinang masuk ke jajaran salah satu back di antara GDT ini guys, dan dia langsung menerima pinangan itu karena dia sangat mengetahui bagaimana level dari tim ini guys, yaitu Johor Darul Takzim. Namun tim-tim lainnya seperti Sabah FC, Kedah, dan juga Negeri Sembilan, Selangor itu juga salah satu tim-tim terbaik juga guys ya. Mereka sangat kompetitif dalam bersaing di Liga Super Malaysia dan juga Piala FA ya guys ya. Dan memang Liga Malaysia itu sekarang sedang bangkit-bangkitnya guys ya. Apalagi ada sistem dari pembinaan usia dini yang mereka betul-betul mengkonsepkan itu untuk masa depan sepak bola mereka, sehingga dari tahun ke tahun mereka selalu mendapat pemain-pemain terbaik, pemain-pemain berbakat dari bakat-bakat pemain muda ini guys. Nah itulah yang mereka harapkan untuk meningkatkan level sepak bola yang ada di Malaysia ini. Oke lah guys, demikian tadi video aku. Semoga video ini bermanfaat bagi kita semua, dan aku mohon undur diri. Mohon maaf jika ada kesalahan kata, kesalahan sikap yang mungkin mengecewakan Anda semua atau membuat Anda tersinggung. Aku mohon dimaafkan, dan akhir kata wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.